Anyway, still on the entertainment news, Kevin Spacey should never have been cancelled, Hollywood executive says. Just after the not guilty verdict on American actor Kevin Spacey, a top Hollywood executive has come out to state that the House of Cards star should never have been cancelled. The double Oscar winner was last week found not guilty of sexually assaulting 4 men, capping off a month-long high-profile case in the British capital at which he and all of his accusers testified. Spacey was accused of abusing his fame and power to carry out 9 sex attacks on 4 men during his tenure as artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre, but he insisted the claims were madness, thereby accusing the claimant of lying for money. Since the dramatic high-profile trial, which included evidence in support of Spacey from Sir Elton John concluded, the House of Cards star supporters have rallied around him. One of those is a top Hollywood executive who stated that people rushed to judgment because of the Me Too movement and Spacey deserved to get his career back. The executive told The Telegraph, "This is a man that never deserved to be removed so swiftly without any due process. There are people who were more interested in rushing to judgment than learning the actual truth. Kevin Spacey should now be able to resurrect his career. He should never have been cancelled," end of quote. Just after the verdicts were delivered, the actor thanked the jury, his legal team, as well as his loyal manager and longtime friend, Ivan Lowenstein, for standing by him. Just so you know, the allegations not only shredded his impressive showbiz career, but it also had major financial implications, with the star told to pay £25.5 million to the producers of House of Cards after he was sacked. He has also been landed with at least £1 million in defense fees, as well as suffering the humiliation of being edited out of the Sir Ridley Scott film, All the Money in the World. Earlier in the trial, Spacey told the jury, and I quote, "I've lost everything," end of quote. 2 of the men involved in the case are known to also be suing Spacey in the civil court, but the verdict ends criminal proceedings against him, raising the prospect that he could soon return to screens after being shunned by Hollywood for the last 6 years. His once glittering career suddenly went into thin air as he suffered the humiliation of being sacked from the hit Netflix series House of Cards and being edited out of the Sir Ridley Scott film All the Money in the World, as well as vast financial losses.
I think there should be a rule that when you go through these things, anybody coming, your money should increase times 200%.
Because they will not call you.
Because it's annoying. We've seen this repeat itself over and over again. You're not guilty until the court says so.
Yes.
But then this cancel culture, Johnny Depp just went through it.
A lot.
The
Jonathan Majors is going through it.
The franchise that he made, that the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, they dropped him because of something that he was, like, he had not even been declared guilty. Yeah. And they dropped him. Now they are coming back for him. You know, so these things have happened over and over in the industry, and I think something has to just be done to just, you know, show them, send a lesson to somebody.
At what point will it stop? Because we've seen, for people like Kevin Spacey, and that was the same thing that happened to Harvey Weinstein, because people now referred back to Bill Cosby, like, oh, you people went ASAP on Bill Cosby's situation, so because of the color, so therefore anybody that is going through that same situation too, ASAP, that same thing that you did to Bill Cosby or you did to R. Kelly because of color, do it to the white people too. And that's what people are facing. Like you said, the whole cancel culture thing should be something that should be stopped. Yep. Because it's really no longer making sense.
Yeah.
Especially when you know that this person has not been found guilty. True. It's just still a case. They are still talking about it. You have not even gone to court. All of a sudden, brands are just making withdrawals like, okay, you know what? Your name is already messy. My guy, I don't care if you are guilty or not, but bounce. It's crazy from the brands themselves. Brands start it.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess the fans start it because people on social media will start talking. Then one way or the other, it will reach the brands, and they don't want any dirty name being attached to their name, which is very annoying.
And that's the thing with the advent of social media now, because back in the days, things didn't used to really go out this much. When things happen, it gets settled before it becomes a scandal, and then you only see it on the front headlines. But now, because of social media, even if someone farts, you will know. And they'll be like, oh, the celebrity that farts. That becomes your tagline. So it's gotten to that point where once someone is accused of something, either proven guilty or not, the next thing you see is boycott so-and-so brand. So at the end of the day, even the brand social media experts would be scared for the image of the brand. So it's just a whole dicey and messy thing.
The thing about this is not even about just the brands. It's the psychological effect on even the family, friends, loved ones. Imagine your kids going to school, and then
you're bullying
your kids. Oh, your dad did this, your dad, family and all that. And we've seen this not just only in the film industry, even in sports community.
Oh, sports?
Yeah, let's talk about Mason Greenwood. All of a sudden,
okay, let's not talk about that one. And it's with the girl again.
It's with the babe.
The girl is pregnant.
Back.
Yes, very funny.
So after all of that, it's just like going round.
And Mendy too, that just got cleared off.
Yep.
Let's just be careful.
Let's move on to the entertainment news, ladies and gentlemen.